So my Genesis story, basically my dad told me about Bitcoin when I was 13 in 2016. And I thought he was crazy. I said, there's no way this can be real. I was like 13. I was naive. I was like, I got nothing to do with finance. Who cares? It's just a stock. But then I was like, you know what? Let me look into this. And then my dad's like, let's do a Bitcoin transaction when I was 16 in 2019. I was like, fine, sure. It took me a while, but I got there and we just took out the QR code, scanned it. I was like, you could just copy and paste an address, scan a QR code, and you could transact with anyone, anywhere in the world instantly. There's no one in between. And then, like, I'm thinking about myself and my friends who literally never carry physical cards. They don't carry cash. They want to tap and pay. They want something instant. They want to walk away. No one our age is holding pennies, nickels, and dimes. They'll actually just throw it out in the trash because it's pretty much worthless at this point, especially now that they want to discontinue the pennies. But I just saw that this was going to change the way we transacted forever. In addition, I also had like a few $100 in my bank account, in my savings, and I saw that what everyone told me wasn't true, which was that you leave money in the bank, you earn interest, and your money grows like a little flower. But instead it wasn't, and it was depreciating in value. So I just took that few $100 and put it in Bitcoin. By the time it was 2020, April 2020, it was lockdown. And in New York, you know how bad it was over there. And so I was kind of upset, Cade. I was a nerd in high school. I loved school so much. And this was just a time where everything stopped. So I just literally woke up one morning with a dream of MissTeenCrypto. And so I look at my family, I'm like, MissTeenCrypto. They're like, what's that? I said, I think that's going to be it. And so I was sitting outside of a park because everything was closed down. And I was just looking at MissTeenCrypto on X, on Instagram, on YouTube, like every social media platform. The same handle was available. Nobody took it. And I just took it, started tweeting. At first, people thought I wasn't real. There was a whole controversy about me when I first came on the scene. It was hilarious. Really? Oh, yeah. Unless you were there, like if you know type thing. And yeah, it was like a controversy. But I got a lot of apologies from people who were spreading misinformation about me. But it was a very interesting time. I was one of the first women to create content in crypto. Like there were a handful, but not many. I was the first teenager. So those two things combined, everyone was like, wait, what? So then I started going to schools. I was minting NFTs and by November 2020, I was hitting the streets in New York, interviewing people, making NFTs. I just like really dove headfirst into the space because I had a mission at that point, which was to spread crypto adoption to the masses and educate people, empower people through crypto. Because with Bitcoin, you could have be your own bank, have money that belongs to you. But also with NFTs, you could be your own record label. You could be your own art gallery and kind of cut through these third parties that really a lot of the time take from us instead of give to us.
Yeah, 1,000%. Well, I did not know about did they think you were AI or like,
no, people thought I wasn't real. They thought, because at first, like my dad was in the crypto community, but he was never like deep into it. Like, like he wasn't like, a business owner or anything. He was more so just like a dude on Twitter. And so like people that were friends with him started to put it together that I was his daughter, but I wanted to keep it separate because I was just like, I just wanted to be like a person on X. Like I wasn't trying to like do anything really at the time. I just wanted to tweet about crypto. And so people were like, oh my gosh, did he put her up to it? And all this stuff. Like, how can you make a 17-year-old create a Twitter account and tweet about Bitcoin? Like it's the most random thing in the world. Of course I wanted to do it. You know what I mean? And so like, once I really understood Bitcoin and crypto, it was like this light bulb moment. And I feel like everyone in crypto has that moment. And then I was just like, I need to be a part of it. And it took me months, actually. Like, I haven't talked about this part, but it actually took me months to just put my freaking thumbs to the keyboard and create this social media because I was so nervous. But I was also like, I don't know, is it going to look stupid? I was getting bullied in school. I was like, am I going to get made fun of even more? But then I just full sent it. I was like, what do I have to lose? And I guess nothing at this point.